Hi, everybody. It's Olivia with Freedom at the Mat. Thank you for joining us once again today. So, I'm excited because at the time of this recording, we're at the end of January. That means we made it through one of the more difficult months, I believe. A lot of transition, a lot of hopes, a lot of newness. And we got through that entire month. And now we get into the rest of the year. February is the month of Black History Month. It's also the month of love. Valentine's Day falls smack in the middle of it. It's also the month of Mardi Gras for those of us who are in New Orleans. But as we go back to Valentine's Day and the month of love, what I find is many of us really have a lot of anxiety around love from externals, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're not in a relationship. And if you're not focused on Valentine's Day, then of course we've gotten into Galentine's Day where we focus on love from our girlfriends. But either way you look at it, that focus is on love from an external. So what I invite us to do is to use this month. There's an opportunity for us to fall more deeply, more richly, and more authentically in love with us, with ourselves. So I have a journal juice for us, and I'm just going to walk us through it. And whether you want to just listen to the sound of my voice in a seated position, finding your breath, getting grounded, or whether you want to grab your journal and write it out, let's go. And know that I do all this for myself too. I'm not just talking to you guys. This is really something that I do as well. It comes from a very deep-seated place. So today we have a journal juice that's entitled Make Space for You. And what I ask of us is, number one, what actually brings you joy? When you think of the you, not the you that you've become as an adult, but the you that's a little girl. What brings you happiness? Being with others, being by the water, being near your elders, being in the bed, going for a walk, being active, being quiet, going to museums. What activities bring you joy? Number two, which people or what kind of people, creative people, people who are highly intellectual, people who give you a lot of love, people who cook a lot, what type of people do you draw positive energy from the most? Right? They say people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. So a lot of times this world has gotten us, I believe, into a space of feeling like we can live lives by ourselves, but we can't. So when you think about the people that you would want to surround yourself with, what do they look like? Who are they? Name them if you can. 3, which places bring you the most joy? Are there places you can go outside of yourself that bring you joy? I will tell you, the library, oddly and crazy enough, brings me so much happiness. Just being surrounded by books and in all of that quiet so my creativity can run free. I love museums and I love libraries. 4, which music or musicians bring you joy? And furthermore, have you listened to them recently? I know life gets us on a treadmill, and a lot of times it distracts us from being connected to the things that bring us joy. We just get caught up on these treadmills, and sometimes we have these seasons, these ups and downs, these ebbs and flows. But how can you make sure that you're listening to the music that keeps you going every single day? And finally, I ask, how do you make space for you daily? I know that all of us, especially women, we have responsibilities to others. We're highly responsible. Some of us are more responsible because we have small children and we have aging parents we're caring for. But are you making space for yourself? Is it a cup of coffee? Is it a walk, even in your house? Is it looking out at the tree in your front yard? I know I do that from time to time. How do you make a little space for yourself every single day? So I invite you to make the space for yourself. Get more connected if you're not connected to the joys that make you happy and make this life really worthwhile. And join us every single day, Facebook or Instagram, throughout the month of love as we draw more deeply into loving ourselves. May God continue to be with you. Namaste and Ashe.